Here from LPR Toolmakers. I've got a new product I want to show people. This spindle tap wrench. It's a little bit different than the other ones that we sold. There's a little bit more rigid and a bit more accurate. I've checked them out. The tap, when they're sitting in the tap wrench, is very important. They sit up perpendicular, and they do. Notice on the back here, you've got a lug. Right, so you can use these as a standard tap wrench in your bench vise, or we can actually use them on your drill press, your mill, or even on your lathe. All right, so this is what I'm going to show you what we're doing. So it's only a quick video. This is the little attachment we put in our drill chuck or our collet chuck. See that? We're going to put that over here, and we're going to put that into here. All right, so that will then line up with that. So let's assume that we've just drilled the hole. We've got it right. We've got the right tapping size drill. It's very important that when we tap holes that we have our right tapping size drill. Right, now we're in line because we've drilled that hole out on our drill press or our mill. All right, or even on your lathe. So we'll bring this down, the quill down, and it'll find a spot in the middle there, as that does there. And now you're fully lined up, and you can rotate that around and tap your hole perfectly. As you can see there, it's perfectly aligned, and not a bad idea. This is quite robust. It's probably the biggest T-wrench I've ever seen. It'll actually do up to 16 mils, so it does bigger taps. Now, we don't want to go too much bigger because you've got to be able to actually have the torque. And maybe if it's a really coarse thread, you might struggle to actually use it with this. But this one here is a 1.75, 12 mil tap, and it's doing that quite easily. All right, so that's how that works. As you can see, it's keeping it beautifully square. And I think we can also, I'll just undo this. And I would have no problems about actually using this also in a lathe. So we'll let the quill go like that and let the quill just bring it up like that. So just slight bit of weight on that quill, and there's your tap wrench. It's out. So we'll undo that out of the tap wrench, and we'll put that in on the lathe. We'll do that up, and we can take that forward, as you can see there. And we can actually tap down with that, using that also keeping it in line. Just remember, it's in it's not in gear. I'd need to put that in a very low gear for that to work properly. So you don't even need to turn your machine on, right? But you'll just see how that's in line. Always make sure you're in a very low back gear, so you've got a bit of room for your chuck to hold into place. If it's on a high rev or in the forward gear or in neutral, the chuck will just rotate around when you're actually trying to tap the hole. But not a bad idea. So you can use it vertically and horizontally. Okay, so I've only just got these. We haven't got a large amount of them, but they do come in a pack of 3. And you'll see then, so they'll go and do anything from your small BA, with your little winnie ones. Each one has their own little lug, all right? And they'll just fit on their cap on there just so they can rotate. They're being finished off really well, a lot better than some of them I've seen. And the most important thing of all is that they are pretty square. Now, I don't think you'll ever get a tap wrench that's absolutely going to be perfectly square, as long as they've running within probably 10, 20 thou, because they will actually align themselves once they reach the hole. Okay, this is Len from LPR Toolmakers. I hope that helps.